How's it going, YouTube? We got a big Heresey Crucible update from Bungie.net. Just dropped an hour ago from the Destiny 2 developer team. Heresey Crucible update. Trials of Osiris rework for Heresey. Move Trials away from the flawless base system to get 7 wins a card system that rewards win streaks with multiple tiers and exclusive aesthetic rewards for higher win streaks. Wait, what? This is the news we've all been waiting for, guys. Provide a selectable alternative experience that is closer to Iron Banner in terms of reward structure and matchmaking to get more players into the Trials ecosystem. Adding new rewards including an armor set, ghost shell, ship, sparrow, and emblem. Simplify engagement in matchmaking systems. Skill and player score stat, competitive point system rework. We want skill to be more transparent and easily understood so players can get a better feeling of where they sit or how they perform relative to other players in their games. Competitive point gains should feel like they make sense and give you more agency over climbing the ranked ladder. Playlist recognition. Using what we've learned over the last year to consolidate and solidify our playlist into options that better represent experiences for Destiny PvP can offer without splitting the population into too many separate slices. Introduce Iron Banner Quick Play, which offers a more relaxed variant of Iron Banner using our open skill matchmaking to provide minimal stratification and focus on less serious game modes. Ability sandbox updates. We aren't going to spend too much discussing the ability tuning as much of it's self-explanatory. We have a lot to discuss in terms of 3 items. Baseline Crucible ability cooldown penalty increase from 15% to 20%. Supers go from 20% to 25%. Prismatic only. Unpowered knockout melees will no longer spawn diamond lances on kills against players. Thank God, dude. These kids actually think they're good freezing people with the diamond lance. Active energy refund on prismatic decreased by 20% on Crucible. This affects energy refunds from things like Gambler's Dodge, Shiver Strike, armor mods, but generally includes exotic effects. Added a 10% cooldown penalty to supers so that there is more of a trade-off to picking these subclasses and modes with super timing can be vitally important in trials or competitive. There's Saint 14 for everyone. Let's start with the elephant in the room, everyone. Trials of Osiris has several problems. We are looking to solve this rework. Primarily, Trials has perceived simply not fun rewarding for average to below players. In terms of rewards, there has been a lack of aesthetic rewards, especially motivational ones for the high skill players, and our weapon rewards have not consistently been best in class. This game mode itself is not always fun to play at a high stress level. While we have made strides to address with this in the 8.1.5.3 weapon tuning, the 8.2.0 ability tuning mentioned above, we are making some minor changes to the Dominion game mode to improve the experience. Finally, we want to solve the issue where fireteam based matchmaking can be difficult to play with friends. But we need to do this in a way that does not sacrifice the enjoyment of our solo players who make up the most of the population. The solution we needed a little bit of extra time in the oven, but is currently scheduled to be released alongside Heresey Act 2. Trials of Osiris rework Heresey. The solvums above, blah, blah, blah. Trials launch on February 14th, guys. The improved reward story by stepping back from requiring flawless and to earn the lion's share of rewards. Instead, we'll focus on rewarding all players while giving exclusive aesthetic rewards to those who demonstrate the highest skill. Simplified how players engage with Trials. Streamlined the matchmaking states to make it more obvious how you are being matched with your opponents. Improved the game modes rules to encourage the focus on fighting first, zone control second, while still directing players to points of conflict around the map and encouraging aggressive play over passivity. At the core of this rework, in one mantra, we want to build a game mode that can be more enjoyable with rewards on par with the in-game PvE activities. Experiences. We're moving to offer a handful of different experience within trials, so players can choose which they want to participate. To help simplify the process, we have reduced the number of passages available to players from Saint 14 to 2, 1 for each initial experience. To 2. We only got 2 passages. The Lighthouse passage. Let's talk first about the Lighthouse passage, which grants access to the fabled simulation of Mercury. This experience is like what players are currently get when they are playing on a Mercy, Ferocity, or a Persistence card. But our goal is to move Trials away from the flawless or bust based system to get 7 wins on the plus winless streak system, like Lighthouse for everyone, but much better rewards for longer win streaks. So basically, you'll win a bunch of games, and you won't have to win 7 games in a row, but you'll have to win a couple of games in a row if you want to hit the Lighthouse. All you need to do is win 7 games on a Lighthouse passage. You will earn an entrance to the Lighthouse, regardless of how many losses are on the card. The Lighthouse chest rewards are now broken up to 2 types. Repeatable rewards that you can earn in every time you complete a Lighthouse passage and open up a chest. Weekly win streak rewards from 1 to 7 wins in a row, which can be earned once per week and must be true win streaks. There are no mercies here. Earning a higher tier weekly win streak will grant all lower tier weekly win streak rewards that have not yet been claimed. Repeatable Lighthouse chest rewards earned on every Lighthouse visit until a flawless passage is earned. Enhancement prisms, base trials weapons, trials armor, Osirian ciphers, ascendant shard chances. Adept trials weapon chances. You'll have a chance to earn adept trials weapons with each Lighthouse chest. The chances for a drop are dependent on your highest weekly win streak and the number of wins completed in a full fire team. These chances are not additive. They are separate, meaning if you win 7 games as a trio and then get a 3 win streak, you will get 2 adepts from the Lighthouse chest. If you win 1 game as a trio and get a 1 win streak, and you'll have a 15% chance and 30% chance of an adept. You could get 2 adepts. Weekly win streak. This chance is based on the longest win streak you have this week, not the longest win streak on your current passage. 1 win, 30%, 2 wins, 60%, 3 or more, 100%. You're going to get the best rewards if you can win at least 3 in a row. Wins as a trio. This chance is based on how many wins you win on your way to the Lighthouse where done as a full fire team. If all 7 were done as a full fire team, you're guaranteed at least 1 adept regardless of the longest win streak. Weekly win streak rewards. Rewards packages for each streak milestone can be claimed once per week in addition to more repeatable Lighthouse chest rewards. Earning a higher tier weekly win streak reward will also grant all lower tier weekly win streak rewards that have not been claimed. 1 streak, enhancement cores, enhancement prisms, ascendant shard, adept mod, ghost shell. 2 streak, Osirian ciphers. A 3 streak, you're going to get Osirian ciphers and trials armor. 4 streak, you're going to get Osirian ciphers times 2, enhancement cores times 5. If you get a 5 game winning streak, yellow trials glow, Osirian ciphers, base trials weapon, trials memento, trials vehicle, 30 progress points, trials ghost shell, trials shaders, follows emblems first time only if not already earned. So we need at least a 5 game winning streak. Light for lost emblem, flawless Empyrean emblem, onward ordeal emblem. And then 6 game winning streak, you're going to get the white trials glow enhancement prism. And then the 7 game, you get the flawless red trials glow adept weapon, base weapon, unlocks new trials, new flawless passage, enables progress to new stat tracker for a flawless win streak. Completed Lighthouse passage. After you earn the access to the Lighthouse, your passage will change to a completed Lighthouse passage. Utilizes weekly performance based on matchmaking with everyone in your fire team who has completed the Lighthouse, flawless, or trials passage. You will be experimenting with using weekly performance to allow us to match mixed skill fire teams exclusively play together based off their cumulative performance for the weekend instead of individual skills. Utilize open skill if anyone in your fire team is on the Lighthouse passage. This experience is like what players are currently get. They are playing on a flawed card after having visited the Lighthouse. Players who continue to play on a completed Lighthouse passage will get extra rewards on wins based on their highest weekly win streak described below. If you have still not earned all the weekly win rewards, you can reset your Lighthouse passage and try again. Additional rewards for longer win streaks. So you want to reset your passage if you lose and you want to get more win streaks, guys. As mentioned, players who have gone to the Lighthouse continue to play on a completed Lighthouse passage will get additional rewards for the highest weekly win streak. Higher win streaks can increase your drop chances compared to lower ones or allow chances to gain exclusive rewards. We're experimenting with mini jackpot rewards for materials, which are small additionals to earn double and triple rewards. You guys can see the flawless passages. You're just going to get everything. You want the armor, The flawless passage. Players who have earned all 7 weekly win streak rewards will be awarded a flawless passage, and all reputable Lighthouse chest rewards will be folded into a post-win drop chances, alongside higher chances to earn cosmetics and new Trials emblem. This will also allow players to progress the flawless win streak stat tracker, which tracks the longest win streak earned while playing on a flawless passage. This experience is most comparable to players resetting their cards and going to additional flawless runs, with the focus on now one long continuous win streak instead of multiple separate Lighthouse runs. One wrinkle is that earning those long win streaks may be slightly more challenging than it was in the past. Utilize weekly performance-based matchmaking if everyone is in your fire team's completed Lighthouse, Flawless, or Trials passage. Because we expect there to be very few players who can earn this passage, it works on a hybrid system where it will spend only a short period of time looking for other similar players before reverting to open skills so that it does not increase matchmaking times or reduce connection quality. Utilize open skill if anyone in your fire team is on a Lighthouse passage. Earning the flawless passage weekly will be the only thing that increments the new fire team Lighthouse passages stat tracker. The previous tracker flawless tickets have not been locked, will no longer increase, but will be displayed on emblems. The Trials of Osiris passage. We want to provide a separate place where Trials of Osiris is more like Iron Banner in terms of rewards and matchmaking. To get additional players in the ecosystem, we are asking, why would you do blah 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 any part of Trials? Iron Banner averages more than 3 times the daily population of Trials in the last 48 months. Trials has had more than 20% daily participation in only 18 times, which is actually the exact number of days of Iron Banner has had less than 20% participation. In fact, this is worse performing than Iron Banner that we had during the period. Still had almost identical participation in the last performing run of Trials over the same period. Compared to Iron Banner, players who are not able to constantly go flawless find Trials to be unapproachable due to the both lack of rewards and how unfair the games feel of randomized matchmaking and lobby balancing. For the mode that needs a high population to thrive, this is problematic. Because many average and below average skill players do not participate in the current version of Trials at all due to the perception of flawless and an impossible experience will be negative. This leads to the baseline skill creep that one average makes Trials 10%, 15% harder than normal PvP. This experience builds off the practice pool in which, despite the lower total population that helped keep it average below player participation in Trials over the last several months, 20% than the similar low point before the 2021 rework. Utilize weekly performance-based matchmaking if everyone in your fire team has completed a Lighthouse, Flawless, or Trials passage. This passage allows players to take advantage of improvements of the base structure of the Trials will detailed below. Increased reputation, rewards, and wins and losses. Challenges, earning goes. With matchmaking system that is fair, lower stakes, and none of the stress worrying about loss negating progress. We will want to motivate trying to win. So the Trials of Osiris passage provides a healthy reputation of 75 to 150 per win, depending on your rank with Saint 14. Playing with playing with this patch will grant you access to the following rewards. Reputation. Wins grant reputation. Base reputation. The Trials patch's rep bonus. Chance for an engram. Chance for a base Trials weapon. Small amount of progress towards a ghost shells from the knockout list. Loss grant reputation. Chance for a base Trials weapon. Additive extras. Playing with a full fire team. Bonus rep. Chances of base Trials weapon. Chance for an engram. Playing with a clanmate grants bonus rep. Challenges, pinnacles, trials, armor pieces, winning 50 rounds, winning 7 games. Drip of Osiris. Okay, here we go. Now that we talked about the Trials experience will be updated, let's go into the rewards that Trials will offer and talk about some changes that will be granted. Here's the new armor for Trials of Osiris, guys. The armor will not be able to be earned from engrams until they have been unlocked from challenges or from the Lighthouse chest rewards. So you guys can see this is the Hunter armor right here. Got a kitty. Groovy Kitty's going to like that. The Warlock's looking pretty cool. This looked like Trials of the 9 armor at first. And there's the emblem, of course, too, guys. But they recolored it. Made it look more Osiris-like. And then we got that one. Titan. Anubis looking guy. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Cosmetics are earned in the point system. Various actions give you points such as completing challenges, winning games, or opening the Lighthouse chest. Your chance of getting cosmetic from those actions increases exponentially as your total points increase. If you hit the upper limit of points of one of the pools, 1,000 points, you're guaranteed a cosmetic from the pool. Earning any cosmetics from the pool resets your rank. Or reset your points. Cosmetics are divided up to vehicles, ships, and sparrows, which are exclusive to players who earn high win streaks. The ghost shells, which all players can earn, but it is faster if you go to the Lighthouse and get higher win streaks. The Heresey will be introducing the new ship and sparrow, and along with new ghost shell. All existing Trials of Osiris vehicles will be in the one pool, and the Trials of Osiris ghost shells will be second. These knockout lists, meaning you cannot get duplicates from either pool. So if you play enough, you'll eventually earn them all. The new Trials emblem, Lighthouse Keeper, will also be earned this way, exclusively for players who can get the upper win streaks. So you don't have to go flawless, guys. You don't have to win 7 games in a row. You just need to win at least like 5 wins, I think. You get this emblem. I'm not sure. In a row. To start new weapons. To start the episode, we'll be bringing about an old favorite Exalted Truth with great new perk combos, introducing a new sniper rifle, Keen Thistle, which designed to give Mecha Bray a run for its money in the Crucible. No, Mecha Bray! And has at least one wild perk combo for PvE. Triple tap 4 times a charm, mini catch your eye, but after the recent sniper buffs, don't sleep on Discord. Iridescent. Bro, is this the new snipe? Dude, this ain't gonna... Bro, you guys ain't gonna give Mecha Bray a run for its money. That's what Bungie said. Keen Thistle, a solar aggressive sniper rifle, left column. It's going to have Snapshot, Lone Wolf, Under Pressure, Incandescent, Envious, Arsenal, Slick Draw, Triple Tack, right column, Opening Shot, Closing Time, Discord, Bait and Switch, Moving Target, Vorpal Weapon, 4 times a charm, Origin Traits, Crucible, Trials, Crucible Hake. And then we got the Exalted Truth, guys. I'm not too much into this gun. You guys can check it out, though, if you guys see any rolls you like. The Inquisitor will be adding the 3rd weapon to this group in the episode, part of the last season refresh. The Inquisitor, a slug shotgun. You guys can get some god rolls with Opening Shot and probably like Slide Shot or something. Opening Shot, Slide Shot. Going along with this, the increased Osirian ciphers cap is 30 from 10. We have also removed the requirement to earn Adept available this weekend. Pinnacle challenges. Pinnacle challenges remain unchanged in terms how they are completed, and now they grant a piece of Trials armor in addition to the Pinnacle gear. 50 rounds of wins, Pinnacle gear drop, Trials armor, Ghost Shell. Win 7 games, same 14 challenge. Pinnacle, gear drop, Trials armor. Reputation. We have increased the amount of reputation gain and losses by 10. And add a new bonus that is earned by playing with the fire team with clanmates. Base win, Trials reputation. 135 to 205. Base loss 60 to 155. Clan bonus. Trials reputation 100. Loss, you're going to get 50. Trio. Win or loss, Trials reputation 25. Base rewards. We have added some new base rewards for wins and losses. They'll be added to Trios completion ridge. You guys can check that out. This is for Trios. You're going to get some bonus completion rewards. Dominion game mode quality of life changes. While the sandbox changes outlined above 8.1.5.3 patch represent a bulk of what's going out, we're also making some changes to the game mode itself. Zone now spawns after 40 seconds instead of 30. Nice. Zone takes 20 seconds to capture, up from 15. Neutral special ammo crate spawns 30 seconds instead of 20. Fire team based matchmaking. We would of course remiss if we did not mention fire team based matchmaking. Before we explain the changes we are going to make in Heresey Act 2, we are going to provide some background on why we cannot simply remove fire team matchmaking from Trials. Statistically, fire team matchmaking has kept solo players playing much more frequently than the old freelance weekend system we did. If we were to remove FTM, revert to freelance weekends, it would not increase the number of trios to improve the experience. It would simply decrease the number of solos playing most weeks. Below is an example of how the population split worked before FTMM. You guys can see. Most solo players only play during freelance weekends. On average, less than 25% of them stuck around during the freelance weekends. So yeah, guys, they're making some changes. Instead of starting in Heresey Act 2, we will allow duos and mat trios to right off the bat in both Trials and competitive. We'll allow duos to match trios off the bat in both Trials and competitive. This will continue to allow duos to play with our 3v3 playlist without making it feel like an advantage that they have to avoid trios. We have not enabled the pass because for solo players that gets brought up into the match to fill out the duos team. It always feels like a bad experience to see a trio on the other side. We also understand that filling out the duos games with solo players often makes it feel like a lottery to see who's going to get the better team. To help with this friction, we will be setting up so that any solo player that gets matched against a larger fire team in either a Trials or competitive will be granted a loss forgivenesses for match on a condition they do not quit or go AFK or intentionally throw the game. Doing any of these actions will result in a loss and potentially a matchmaking restriction depending on the severity of the consequences. We believe that the change will have an effect in encouraging people to play as full fire teams while also improving the experience of solo players who get matched with fire teams in these modes. Skill rework, the player score stat. In Heresey, we have undertaken an updating internal skill rating and adding new visual indicator players who can see the measure of performance. While our skill rating is accurate on a micro level, there is a very chance that a player from 50 or 100 above a player's skill level is in fact the better player. There is room for improvement when comparing these players who have very similar skills on game to game basis, and especially when reflecting the performance of objective games. There are 3 main changes we are making with the skill is tracked. Make objectives on par with the base kills for points. As it stands currently, objectives are either not tracked towards a skill at all or wrath fractions of what the kills are worth. This means that players who slay out and ignore objective and lose can end up with higher skill ratings than players with less skills, but who play with objective better and win. In practical terms, skill had been defined for objective modes the same way it was defined for Slayer modes, which didn't always lead for an accurate indication of what players would contribute in team winning. Kills are vitally important for any mode, but not all kills are created equal. As Shax has said, opponents cannot capture zones if they are dead. We are going to be adding additional points to kills and service to objective. For example, this could be something like the kills you while you're while your team has zone advantage and control, kills on an enemy that is attempting to capture a ally zone, or kills on a spark runner. Each mode that is not purely player based and objective defeats the post game scoreboard and will detail in which is eligible for multiplier. We're also removing farmable points that like damage dealt, revives, longest skill streak. These are not true indicators of skill performance and can muddy the water, but we will still display the informational stats of the post game scoreboards. Overall, these changes will make a playing objective more valuable in modes, and yeah, make your skill better. Additionally, being able to more appropriately determine how much value a player can provide for your team on the lobby balancing systems. What does this all mean? In a very simplified explanation, our skill effectively works by taking the points of earned each game and comparing them with both historical average and points earned by the other players in the lobby, as well as historical averages. These results are run through the modified version of the Glyco algorithm to determine skills grant losses attributed by skills values -100 to 1,000, -1,000 to 1,000. To reflect this, we are going to be displaying a new stat called player score in our post-game scoreboard, which is a direct reflection of how many points you've earned towards updating your skill rating in the game. On a pre-game banners, control, iron banner, the only two playlists where skill is currently utilized in the matchmaking. We also display your seasonal average player score for those modes alongside with your teammates. While average players score corresponds with the internal skill ratings, it is not direct one-to-one representation, as we run several modifications in the backend to prevent direct skill manipulation, to prevent initially tanking your skill to play worse opponents or manipulate point gains in competitive. And you guys can see those are the new stats that we're gonna have in the in-game board and stuff, or the score screen. We also reworked the post-game scoreboards of all modes to show opponents defeated in combat and efficiency. We believe those stats are key, understanding how well you performed in each match. We also added stats and scoreboards of more modes, including longest chain, highest multi-kill medal, and longest streak. Nice. Competitive changes, points and rework. We have heard your feedback and gains and losses in competitive. Expected rank system makes it feel like you're getting a little agency over your claim. We need to do succeed. We can occupy the hard, understand, blah, blah, blah. Wins and losses adds remove the base value of 100 points. Performance linked to player score and efficiency. Above average players +1 to +10. Average performance gives you +0. Below average, -10 to -10. You guys can read through all this stuff. I don't play competitive too much. You can pause the video if you need to and check it out, guys. I'm not going to go through it too much. All right, guys, I'll go through the competitive rewards though. Let's talk about our rewards going to the competitive playlist in Heresey. New weapons. To start, we're excited to introduce the second PR55 PR55 frame pulse, Redrick's S-Talk. Nice. Redrick S-Talk Stasis PR55 frame pulse rifle, left column, Encore Lone Wolf motions and moment offhand strike, rhyme stealer demolitionist, right column desperate measure, sword logic, desperado, blah blah blah, origin straight. Alright guys, we got some new emblems. Check this out. Earning Ascendant 3 will grant you the winner's circle emblem. So you want to get to Ascendant 3 to get this brand new emblem, guys. It looks really nice. When Heresey Act goes live, we'll be raising a maximum rank cup from 10,000 to 15,000, allowing players to max rank to climb to Ascendant 0 division. Wins while in the Ascendant 0 rank will give you points to progress in the same manner in Trials aesthetic towards earning the Darkest Night emblem. And the higher your rank, the more points you get for wins. So that's how you're going to get this emblem, guys. You're going to have to get a super high rank Ascendant 0 division. Competitive quality of life updates. Wow, that emblem's beautiful. It's like the eclipse. or a black hole or something. New logic to prevent next zone from spawning to near active zone, blah, blah, blah. You guys can see playlist reorganization, quick play rotators. You guys can see that. Events. We're be doing some Iron Banner Trials of Osiris events will now replace the most closely relative existing node for the duration of the run. Iron Banner control. You guys can see this is what's going to be coming up in the future. Dominion. Guardian Games quick play. And that's what it's looking like, guys. This is all for the future right here. Check it out. Mark your dates and when you're gonna play. And the Iron Banner Eruption node looks pretty cool. New playlist. New Iron Banner weekly rotator, lockdown, checkmate, throwdown, hardware, hardcore. Guys, look at this. Playlist rewards. We've also got some rewards in the Crucible, Iron Banner, Warlord Spear, Peace Bond. You guys can check it out. These are the new weapon rewards coming. Arc Adaptive Trace Rifle, Stasis Adaptive Burst Sidearm, Crucible. We're going to get some Jockter's Longsword, Avoid Heavy Burst Pulse Rifle. General Crucible Quality of Life updates, guys. We also have a handful of stuff. We have made some changes to the paired player lobby balancer, and we'll fall back to an average lobby rank balancer less often when dealing with fire teams. Map weighting, reduce Vostok and multiplex from the average weight to below average weight. Thank you. Wait, multiplex is a good map. Increase burnout from the average weight to above average weight. Competitive. You guys can see multiplex. They removed multiplex and Citadel. Radiant Cliffs. And increase the burnout clash and dead cliffs clash. Guys, showdown revives no longer subtract a point from opposing team. Future updates. We can't share a lot of details of what's happening for Codename Frontiers timeline, but we are working on several things that we're looking forward to getting into the Crucible. One thing we can talk about is the special armor meter, which will be making its return completely rebuilt with significantly more tuning levers and much less likelihood of causing local lag spikes or granting infinite ammo. While it has taken so long, you ask, mostly because of the new ammo meter is tied into the largest game-wide rework of Destiny's ammo system we have ever done. This has been a massive collaboration between multiple teams, including Crucible, Strike Team, engineering activities, armor, weapons, UI, and UX. The new system is shaping up, and we're excited to get back into the game once it's completed. We have a lot more to share as we get closer to that time, but now we'll see you guys in the Crucible. All right, guys, so that's pretty much the full update of the Trials rework. You don't have to get 7 wins to hit the Lighthouse. I think even 2 wins, you guys can visit the Lighthouse now. So you just win 2 games in a row. I'm pretty sure just win 1 or 2 games. Oh, actually, you only have to win one game. You'll get something, guys. But you want to go for at least the 5 to 7 wins to get the best stuff. Of course, you're gonna get the new flawless win stat tracker too, if you get the flawless. All right, guys, have a good one. I basically covered everything I could. You guys can pause it on the parts that I went over pretty quick, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.